Hey everyone, it's Carrie from Carrie's Crafts. I wanted to show you today how to make this card and stamp this flower. These were a set that I stamped and made for a friend that I'm going to give to her for thank you cards. So what I used was the Lotus Blossom stamp set. You can see here the 3-layer stamps that we're going to use. And I used BYOP, which for this stamp set stands for Buy Your Own Present, which I think is so cute. But today we're using Thanks So Much as the greeting on our card. And my cardstock colors that I used were Lost Lagoon, I used Best Year Ever Designer Series paper, Hello Honey cardstock, and Whisper White cardstock. And the ink colors that I'm using today for the flower are Lost Lagoon and Coastal Cabana. So I want to start out with my stamps, and my image first is going to be the darker color, the Lost Lagoon. I want to point out when you receive this stamp set, you'll see the images here of the stamps where it has a 1, a 2, and a 3. So I use that as my direction for the order that I'm going to stamp. I use this one first, second, and third. And what's really neat about these is that Stampin' Up! Has put this arrow, and that's going to be our guide as well as to where we're going to stamp the flower. And I'll show you what we mean. So I'm going to ink up my first image and go right down on my paper, straight down and straight up. And I know that my direction was going this way for that arrow. The next color, which is the lighter color, Coastal Cabana, I'm going to ink up my stamp. And I know that my arrow is going this way. And I also want to line it up with the top of the flower. You'll see there that the shape of the flower starts to take shape when you stamp. And it gives it that really cool textured look. And then on my last one, because this is a solid image, I don't want it to cover the entire flower. I don't want it to cover up those textures. So I just stamp off, just really lightly, before I come back in and stamp the last image on my flower. And voila! Isn't that pretty? So then I want to stamp the stem, and I'm using Old Olive. Just take that stamp and come off to the edge there. And then our greeting, which was Thanks So Much, I went back to the Lost Lagoon ink, ink that up, and then just straight down and straight up. And there's our greeting. One more thing I added to the flower was a little piece of ribbon. This is the Hello Honey stitched satin ribbon. It's one of our in colors right now. And I just used a glue dot to put that right on the card. So now we're ready to assemble, and I just want to take my card base, fold that in half. Put this down on the left-hand side. I'm going to layer this piece. Oops, onto the Hello Honey. And then again, this piece right down on my card base. So really easy, really quick card to make. Here again were the other ones that I made. This Lotus Blossom stamp set right now is free with a $50 order. It is in our Sale-A-Bration catalog, so for every $50 order you do get to select something free, and that Lotus Blossom stamp set is in here. And the other catalog that I used for the BYOP stamp set was in our Spring Occasions catalog. I hope you enjoyed that card and you decide to make one as well. Thanks for watching.